And what is the significance of slack bus? At slack bus, PQ are not specified at the start of the load flow. So what you do, we consider V and delta are standard variables. At the end of the problem, at the end of load flow problem, the transmission losses are considered to be P and Q of slack. This is the significance of your slack. They may ask you in 1 mark questions, even in your end semester or mid semester examinations. Write short notes on slack. So this is all about slack. So at a slack bus, what are specified? Mod V and delta. What are not specified? P and Q are not specified. Got it? Shall I move ahead? So this is all what we have learned yesterday, isn't it? So now today's class, the objective of today's class is to compute Y bus matrix, also called as bus admittance matrix. So today's class is all about computing the bus admittance matrix. Now we will see what do you mean by Y bus and why it is so significant and what are the properties of Y bus matrix. That we will see now. First of all, let us take an example. I am taking a small example. First of all, let us derive the components of a Y bus matrix. What actually is a Y bus matrix? Now, I am taking a 3-bus system. This is bus 1, this is bus 2, and this is bus 3. Okay. This is bus 1, bus 2, and bus 3. And each bus is characterized by a voltage V1, V2, and V3. And assuming that the current injections are I1, I2, and I3. V represents the voltage at the buses. I represents the current injections at the bus. And see, this is a transmission line, assuming that it is having a small value of admittance. It is Y12. Y12 in between bus 1 and 2. And this is Y23 and this is Y13. Now these are the these are the self-admittances of the elements. This Yij represents the admittance of line I connecting the buses I and J. Now, having written these things, now we will see what is the total current which is injected into this system. I1, which is the current injection at bus 1. Now, it can take this part or it can take this part. You can apply your case here. This is the first part. So, what I will take? the admittance into what is the voltage drop across this one? V1 minus V. In the same way, now are you able to see the equations on the board? Isn't it? Have you understood this equation? Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now I'm writing this in matrix format. See beta, Yij is equal to Yj because I'm considering it as bilateral element. So I'm writing Y12 is equal to Y2. So I have written this equation. So now, if I write this one in a matrix format, if I write this one in a matrix format, now see here, I1, I2, I3 in terms of V1, V2 and V2. So what is this one? This is Y12 plus Y13 minus Y12 minus Y. This is minus Y12 isn't it? This is the representation. And your figure was, this was your figure. And this is called as bus current matrix. This is bus voltage matrix, and this is Y bus matrix. This is Y bus matrix. So now, what are the properties of Y bus matrix? Now, can anybody say after observing this? What are the properties of Y bus matrix after seeing this problem? What can we What can we infer?
Symmetric, sir.
Okay, very good. It is a symmetric matrix, isn't it? So if we compute the upper half element, we can defaultly write the lower half element. So that is the biggest advantage of Y-bus matrix. Now, any other? What are principal diagonal elements? If you carefully see, the principal diagonal elements are the summation of all elements at that particular bus. Will you agree with me? See, at first bus, the two elements which are connected to it are Y12 and Y13. That is why you have got. Here, Y12 and Y23. Here, Y13 and Y23. So the principal diagonal elements, I'll represent principal diagonal elements as capital Y. I'll take YII. This is nothing but summation of is it true? The principal diagonal element which takes the form of YII, this is Y11, capital Y11. So the 1 is constant here. This one will be varying up to n. If there are more number of elements, Y12, Y13, Y14, Y17, which means that I will be fixed, whereas this J will be varying. Does this formula hold good? This is about principal diagonal elements. Now, coming to off diagonal elements, what is Yij? This is Y12. It is negation of what is the element which is present in between the nodes. This is it. Let us suppose if I take capital Y2, what will it become? -1. So whatever Y23 value is there in the problem, I'll apply a negate sign and I will write down. So principal diagonal elements are computed as summation of all elements connected to that particular bus, whereas off diagonal elements, they are computed with the help of negation of the elements which are connected across the bus, between the buses. Now, shall I close this one? We'll take a very larger problem now. We will see. I'll show you one more thing. Totally, how many buses are there, Beta? In this particular problem? There are 6 buses, isn't it? How many elements are there? The elements are also 6. 6 bus, 6 element matrix. 6 bus, 6 element network. So what will be the order of Y bus matrix? What will be the order of Y bus matrix? It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the Y bus matrix. Now, if you carefully see, what is this element? Summation of all elements which are connected to this bus, isn't it? So it will be summing these two elements, and I will be writing down the values here. Okay. Now what is this one? Whatever between 1 and 2 element is there, I will write the negation of this element. Fine. What is y13? There is no y13. I'll keep it as 0. What is y14? 0. What is y15? 0. Sorry. I think there is y14. Okay. I'll write the negation of y14. And what is 0? Similarly for second one. Okay. y21, there is an element, so I'll write a negation of this one. y22, summation of all these elements. y23, okay, I'll write an element. y24, 0. y25, 0. y26, 0. See, normally in a path system, we can't connect all the buses. Hardly we can connect any bus to, can we connect all the buses to each of the other buses? Is it possible really in a path system? No, it is not possible. Most of the time, there will be limited connections among the buses. A bus will be connected to maximum of 2 or 3 buses, which are adjacent to it. It is not possible to connect all the buses to all the buses. So that's fine. If you carefully see, most of the elements in the Y bus matrix are zeros. So if any matrix, if it consists of large number of zeros, what is that matrix called as? What is that matrix called as?
Sparse matrix.
Very good. So these are the properties of Y bus. Sir, the Y bus matrix is a new matrix. We don't know about admittance too much. We have been dealing with impedances so far, isn't it? This might be your problem. Now, most of the time, why not Z bus matrix? Why we are always going with Y bus matrix in load flow studies? Defaultly, I is an dependent term, whereas V is an independent term. That was the base thing which we have taken up in the load flow studies. Now, if I start representing the impedance, now if there is an, now between, if you carefully see, there is no interconnection between 2 and 4. Isn't it? If there is no interconnection between 2 and 4, let us suppose if I want to write a matrix, if I want to write the impedance of that particular element, what is the impedance of an open circuit? What is the impedance of an open circuit, beta?
Infinity.
So if I start using impedances, in my matrix, most of the times, what will be getting? I will be getting infinity. With the advent of digital technology, nobody is solving all these matrices. Human can solve at the max of 3 by 3 or 4 by 4 matrix. But a power system basically consists of nearly 150 to 200 buses. A very simple power system. Let us take a BMRM power system, or we will take a Chintagattu substation. It will be consisting of nearly 150 to 200 buses. And it is difficult for any human being to solve this 200 by 200 matrix manually. So everybody is utilizing, at the earlier stages, they were utilizing analyzers, network analyzers. Now everybody is utilizing digital computers. So let us suppose if this problem is to be fed to a computer. This computer cannot understand infinity, but it can easily understand 0. So that's why, for ease of our calculation, we have been employing Y bus matrix. We have been preferring Y bus over Z bus. And this is preferred mostly in load flow studies. Don't feel that we don't use Z bus in power systems. We will be using Z bus. But in PSU, you might have used this in fault studies. Whenever you are doing fault studies, you still are employing impedances only. But whenever you are trying to do load flow studies, you are employing Y bus. And Y bus, why it is preferred? Because it is a symmetric matrix. It is a sparse matrix, and the elements can be easily obtained. And Because of this, because of being a sparse matrix, let us suppose if I want to enter in a computer all the elements, Weber's matrix మొత్తం ఎంటర్ చేయాలి కదా కంప్యూటర్లో 100/100 అంటే అన్ని ఎంటర్ చేయాలి. నేను ఇప్పుడు 0 ఉండే దగ్గర ఎంటర్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉందా? నేను డిఫాల్ట్ కంప్యూటర్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, 0 తీసేసుకుంటుంది. అవునా? నేను ఇప్పుడు ఇంతకుముందు చూపిస్తాను కదా, y12 అంటే ఎంటర్ చేస్తాను, y13 0 ఉందనుకో వదిలేస్తాను, ఐ డోంట్ ఎంటర్, డిఫాల్ట్లో ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ ఇట్ as 0. సో బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ memory requirement will be lower and human requirement, human effort will be low. So these are the advantages of Weber's matrix. And competitive examination, somebody will ask you, what are the advantages of Weber's matrix? Why it is preferred? You can say, being a symmetric matrix and sparse matrix, Weber's matrix being a symmetric and sparse matrix, it offers us less human effort and large savings on computer memory. గుర్తుకురారా రాయనా మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ? What are the advantages? Less human effort and large memory savings. These are the advantages of Weber's matrix. Now, having said that, have you understood? Shall we move on to the problem? Shall I raise this one?
Yes, sir.
Now, I hope everybody is having a calci and everybody is having a paper and pen. Shall we? So, we'll start doing the problems. We will deal with different types of problems. Amna, you do have calculus with you? Only one is having calculus. Can you raise your hand? How many of you are really interested in doing the problems right now? True to your heart. 20. That's fine. Yeah. We'll deal with we'll start with small problems and we'll move on to the gate problems. Okay. So now, problems on Weber's matrix. Yeah, we can start doing the problem. Or so first of all, we will do what is y11. What is y11? Y11 is nothing but summation of all elements which are connected to that particular bus, isn't it? Bus number 1, how many elements are connected? Say we are more bothered about line data only, because only line data has been given for us. So I am not considering these element details because only line data has been given for us. Now, see, at bus number 1, how many elements are connected? This is small y12, this is small 23, this is small y13. At bus number 1, y12 and y13. So summation of these two elements will give me this value. Can somebody say me what is the value? What is the value, beta? Summation of y12 and y13? Anybody? Understand?
J 0.8 plus J 0.5.
Surana?
1.3, sir.
Nana?
J 1.3.
Yes. Right. This is the problem. This is why we often get wrong answers. Now, we don't see the problems carefully. That is our biggest mistake. So now we should try to improve our science. Please take the problem once again clearly where you were mistaken.
So 0.769.
0.769. Right. మనకందరికీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వచ్చా. The only thing why we are failing in GATE is ఓవర్లుక్ లో చాలా విషయాలు మర్చిపోతాం. క్లియర్ కట్ గా నేను ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నాను, y11 is a summation of these two elements, isn't it? y12 and y13. బట్ నేను ఏమి ఇచ్చాను? Is this an admittance or an impedance? Is it an admittance or an impedance?
Impedance.
మరి దాన్ని అడ్మిటెన్స్ లో ఒక్కరైనా కన్వర్ట్ చేసిరా? చెయ్యలేదు. కథం టక 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 వాల్యూ చెప్తారు. This is where we are failing, beta. Read the problem very carefully. So what is the admittance value of J 0.8? 1 by J 0.8. It is minus J 1.25. This is minus J 2.0. This is minus J. ఎంత రన్ అయితే 2.5 minus J 2.5. So now what is y11? Summation of y12 and y23. So its value is minus J 3.7. What is y22? Summation of all elements at this second bus. Sorry, this is 3.25. Okay, this is 3.75. This is minus J 4.5. Have you got it now? Am I clear, guys? So what is y12 now? Negation of the element which is present between these two. It is minus of minus J 1.25. So it is plus J 1.25. ఇది ఎంత ఉంటుందో ఇది కూడా అంతే ఉంటుంది. Similarly y13. plus j 2.0 plus j 2.0. Similarly, this is plus j 2.5 plus j 2.5. Have you got it now? Shall we move on to the next problem? Hello, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you learning from
Sir,
your website?
Y22 3.25.
Y22, right?
Yes, sir.
ఎంత వచ్చిందన్నా?
Explain, sir. 3.25.
ఏదిరా Y22?
Yes, sir.
Y22, summation of all elements at this particular path. This is Y12, Y23. Y23 minus j 2.5 ఉంది అన్న. This is minus j 1.25. రెండు కలిపితే minus 3.75 కదా కదా? కాదంటారా?
Okay, sir.
7.5 is correct only, sir.
Okay. So now we will move into a little bit a tougher problem. Yeah. So next time I am not going to give you a figure. You are supposed to draw your own figure. I'll just give you your lines. Okay. So get your answers. So once you complete the problem, I will start asking them. Only 2 minutes of time. Done? Right. What is Y1 now? What is Y1 now? What is y11?
8J, sir.
Right. Okay. Now I will try to draw a figure of this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There is 1 to 2, one element. It is J2. And 1 to 3, there are two elements. One is J2.5, other one is also J2.5. And 1 to 4 also there is a line. It is 1.0. And 2 to 4 there is a line J2.5. 3 to 4 there is a line J2.0. And there is another line J5.0. This is the figure. So now, what is y11? Summation of all the elements which are connected to this particular bus. I have already mentioned that these are admittances, so I am directly taking these values. So what is self-admittance at bus number 1? Summation of all these elements. Enta Chandra? None. Anybody?
8, sir. 8J.
Right. Y22. What is Y22? Second bus దగ్గర ఏమేమి ఉన్నారు? Second bus దగ్గర ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి? 2 ఒకటి, 5 ఒకటి, 2.5 ఒకటి. Summation of all these. How much you will be getting? J9.5. Third bus దగ్గర. Summation of all these things. Enter.
Well,
Good. Last one. J4. Fourth bus దగ్గర.
5.5, sir.
5.5.
Right. Now what is 1, 2? 1, 2 మధ్యలో ఉండే ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఏదైతే ఉన్నాయో దానికి నెగేషన్. మైనస్ 8. నెక్స్ట్ 1, 3. 1, 3 మధ్యలో ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో దాని నెగేషన్. బట్ ఇక్కడ రెండు ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా. రెండు ఎలిమెంట్స్. రెండు అడ్మిటెన్సెస్ ప్యారలల్ లో ఈక్వలెంట్ వాల్యూకి నెగేషన్ రాయాలి. అడ్మిటెన్సెస్ ప్యారలల్ లో ఉంటే ఏం చేస్తారు దాన్ని? ప్యారలల్ లో ఉంటే ఏం చేయాలి? అడిషన్ చేయాలన్నా, సబ్ట్రాక్షన్ చేయాలన్నా, అదేదో y1 y2 by y1 plus y2 చేయాలన్నా? అడ్మిటెన్సెస్ ప్యారలల్ లో ఉంటే ఏం చేయాలి కదా?
Addition.
Addition. Very simple. Addition. So రెండింటిని addition చేస్తే it will be 5. So you will be getting minus 3. Next is y14. ఒకటే ఉంది minus j1. Next is నేను అప్పర్ ట్రయాంగిల్ మాత్రమే ఫిల్ చేస్తున్నాను అమ్మా. This is y23. Between 2 and 3 it is minus j5. And between 2 and 4 it is minus j2.5. And between 3, 4 it is minus j2.0. So and I'll, since it is a symmetric matrix, I'll write these values again here. That's it. Have you understood? So what we have learned today? What we have learned today? Line charging admittance, sorry. We have discussed about the types of buses and how Y bus is computed. And this method is called as direct inspection method. Do you remember? This is the easiest and simplest method, direct inspection method. It is having its own limitations. We will discuss that one in our next class. Okay? This is called as direct inspection method. And tomorrow, if you permit me, if you come early to the class, rather than coming at 9:40, then 1 minute.
Is my voice audible for you?
Yes, sir.
Right. So, any queries from your side? So shall we continue these problems, because these problems are generally asked in GATE examination, Y-bus problems. So I would like to take one more class on this Y-bus problems. So on Friday, if you come by 9:30, I'll take the class on this one. So how many of you have understood something about Y-bus today? Can you raise your hands so that I can count the number? 2, 3, 4, good. So good. Is it easy for you to practice the problems if you do have the calci with you? Shall we continue practicing the problems in the class? Yes, thank you. Thank you, kids. Thank you. So on Friday, my personal request from my side, 9:30 and 9:30 sharp, and the CRs. For the CS, Rasagna, Fariha, and Teju. My personal request, try to inform your friends. 9:30 and 9:30 sharp. Last class lo kuda ade cheppan. Okay. Thank you once again. If any queries are there, you can inform me in the WhatsApp group, or you can message me personally. And yesterday somebody asked me, sir, is there any possibility for video recording of the classes? I am recording all the videos of the classes, and shall I upload them for your course web? Course web access unna mandar daggara?
Yes, sir.
సో కోర్స్ వెబ్లో నేను అప్లోడ్ చేసేస్తానన్న. 1 day గ్యాప్ తోటి నేను క్లాస్ లెక్చర్స్ అన్ని అప్లోడ్ చేసేస్తాను. సో ఇఫ్ యూ డూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ ఆన్ దోస్ థింగ్స్, యూ కెన్ ఫాలో దెమ్. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ ఆల్ ఫర్ జాయినింగ్. విల్ మీట్ అగైన్ ఆన్ ఫ్రైడే షార్ప్ at 9:30. Okay.
Thank you, sir.